Hey, everybody, and welcome to our next episode. I don't even know what episode this is, 7 or something of.
This is fifth.
Damn
You're
it,
giving
Five.
me so much
never
credit,
mind.
Brennan.
We
Five.
haven't done as many as I thought we have. But welcome to How Many Wheels. If you're new joining us, good to see you.
Hi.
It's
Welcome.
Everybody's excited, I think, for kickoff and excited to see what's going on for the next season and what challenges that teams are gonna have to face, and yeah, definitely a different look across first, of course, for how these teams are going to be competing. Only one championship this year, so definitely definitely different this year. And yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about that to start off, and then we're going to jump into uh, the season-long worldwide Fantasy First draft. Which Taegen, do you want to explain a little bit more about what that is?
Yeah, for sure. So, season-long Worldwide Fantasy First was a spin-off of season-long Fantasy First. And in that, you pick all the events in the season, you pick your districts, and you pick teams essentially like you would in a fantasy football team, or fantasy baseball, hockey, whatever sport you do your fantasy sports in. But that's always per. So what's different about season-long Worldwide Fantasy First is that all teams around the world are available to be picked, and we go for first event. So that way there's an incentive to pick regional teams and district teams, teams from every area of the world. So it really values people who have a broad understanding of what some of the top teams in the world are. And essentially what we'll be doing later is we're going to make each of them's going to make 6 picks tonight on 1 minute time slots, so we can see who people think are the best of the best.
Yeah. So, one of the things I think that Evan, you're a little bit more prepared for that we wanted to talk about is just some of the teams that unfortunately aren't competing this year. There are a lot of really strong teams for whatever reason that we're missing out on, and I think that it's kind of interesting to talk about how those regions will be different without those teams competing, and what that looks like, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I have a list of 10 or so teams here that have performed quite well in the past, but yeah, are not going to be competing in 2022. The first of these teams I want to talk about is Team 225, a perennial powerhouse in the FMA district. They've been one of the top teams in FMA for quite a long time, and I mean, yeah, they've been a good team. Um, Anybody have anything to say about them?
I mean, we played with them in 2018. They were on our division, and I think they were undisputed one of the best robots. Should have made Einstein with the stuff there, but they've been a strong presence in FMA for a long time. So with them gone, I think it's a big blow to FMA and the competitive skill there, obviously. But I think is looking to kind of fill that gap in the top echelon of teams. So maybe for 2022 it'll feel a little bit different, but I would not be surprised to see some of the other teams that we know in FMA take that place.
Yeah, 225 has won both of the last two FMA District Championships and four of the last five FMA District Championships. So for sure, one of the top teams in that district. But now there's an open slot, I guess, for other teams to have a chance at winning their first district championship.
Does anyone know the FMA district well enough to take a guess on who maybe some of those contenders are?
One team that has made the finals a couple times, 1807, could be looking to take one home.
I know 25's also had some strong performances in FMA as well. So
Yeah,
1640 is also from FMA, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I think a
I
lot of
know.
these teams are going to come up in the draft later.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We'll see.
So yeah, I guess
Um,
we'll rapid fire through them a little bit quicker here. Just
okay. Yeah. Another team from the East Coast, but a little further north, Team 1519 Mechanical Mayhem. They're a top team. They have won several blue banners over the past few years, including the 2015 New England District Championship. Hearing a bit of an echo from somebody, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so they also won 2013 Archimedes, so they've made Einsteins, and they won 2017 District Championship Sherman's Award. So good team from New Hampshire that is not going to be competing. Another team that's quite good in the past, and a team that has won their division and the district championship is 4910 East Cobb Robotics.
Yeah.
From Georgia. I know each of these teams have at least some students and mentors continuing on rookie teams for the upcoming season. So we'll see how they do. I'm not sure. I believe they are 87-24 and 87-36 for 15-19 and 49-10 respectively. Both have some of their students and mentors continuing on those teams. Another team that is good, that's not competing, Hall of Fame team, 842, Falcon Robotics from Arizona. They made Hall of Fame 2008 and have since won maybe 8 or so regional events, including 2 in 2018.
Yep.
They're one of the few teams in the world that year that had a 4-cube auto at one point. So very impressive season for them that year. Another team that I think is definitely one of Brennan's favorites, 74-98 Wingus and Dingus.
No.
Wait, no, really?
Yeah.
From New Zealand. With their team that I think the geography of them is a bit of an issue because there aren't any events in New Zealand and there's a lot of restrictions for COVID. So it'd be very difficult for them to be able to compete this year.
That's sad.
Yeah, so there's not enough teams in New Zealand for a regional, considering there are, I believe, 2. So hopefully we'll see them return when COVID is
Better.
less of an issue, which, who knows when that'll be, but hopefully 2023. Yeah. Another good team, 747.
Yep.
From New Jersey, 2019 FMA DCMP winner. Haven't been around for that long, but were very effective in their 3-year lifespan. With that DCMP being the crowning moment. A team that I think had was looking pretty good from Minnesota, 3750 Gator Robotics. Probably after last 2019, I would have said they were the second best team in Minnesota.
Yep.
Behind only the other Gator Robotics.
Gator Robotics.
But very, very
even
solid
alligators in
2019
Minnesota?
season. No, not
Like,
maybe in the zoo.
Like that doesn't seem like a prime Asian.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But
I digress. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're a team too that didn't get super hyped up much for sure for how good they were. So
their 2019 season was really good, really good. They won both of the regionals. So yeah, including one of them with the other Gator Robotics. So also a team from my neck of the woods, 5803 Apex Robotics, from Washington. They weren't around for very long, but won a blue banner in each of their first 4 seasons, or like won an event in each of their first 4 seasons, which is a very impressive feat. They were definitely one of the better teams in the P&W district for that span. And last team I'm going to talk about is 4334 from Alberta. I know they also have a lot of their team continuing on a different team, but they are not registered for this season, and they are a team that has several blue banners and has been the top team in Alberta for many years.
Yeah.
With them, the other team as well, that from that neck of the woods that isn't competing either, is 50-15. Those two teams have merged into 44-21. So between the success of the two of them, I think they'll still be relatively strong if they're able to compete, but it is going to be a big change when you have two teams with two different dynamics that are coming together. So that could turn out well.
Yeah.
The other one that you didn't mention on your list that I just wanted to give a quick mention to, 323 Lights Out. They're not going to be competing in 2022. Neither is 3646 Integra from Turkey. That was another team that did not. I don't know why they've not elected to register, but they're another team that is pretty big in the first community. Former Hall of Fame finalist. They've got a ton of wins under their belts, and it'll be interesting, especially with Turkey having so many teams. They're bound to have one pop up and take as the number one Turkish team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyone you wanted to add that you could think of, Brennan?
You got all the big ones. I know the one that I'm most sad, I guess, about is 1519. They were definitely a big inspiration for us as an FRC team. So not having them around is gonna look a little different, but change sometimes happens, and this year is especially a hard year to compete, obviously through a lot of the health concerns. So I just hope that we see all these teams back in action as soon as we can, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure not all of them are related to COVID. I know some of them aren't, but it's it's always sad when you lose kind of almost a piece of history from competing, when one of those big teams that has such a story success stops competing is always kind of sad, but it's important to recognize how good they were and their
Mm-hmm.
accomplishments, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess other things that are maybe a little bit less sad. Oh, we lost Taegen. She is vanished into nowhere.
Oh, I know what I did. Give me just 1 second
Close the
and I'll
tab
be right
again.
back. Maybe. I was trying to protect my internet. Said I was having issues, but I closed the
Anyways,
wrong
she's
tab.
still here. You just can't see her.
There we go. Welcome back.
Yeah. So
sorry about that.
in terms of like, oh, sorry. In terms of this season, what are you guys looking forward to? Because there's a lot of exciting things to be happening. This is the first game that we've gotten in 2 years. So,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of things are you looking forward to, or hoping to see maybe from the game or this season?
I want balanced ranking points. I want ranking points that are not highly overpowered or extremely difficult. Well, even like I'd rather them be too difficult than too easy to get.
Okay.
That's all. I just want them to be balanced. I don't care what they are. I just want them to be balanced.
Yeah. I mean, really, at this point, I feel like I can't be too greedy. I just want events. That's what I want. I
True.
want to be able to see a season play out. I want to be able to see teams develop, get better as the season progresses, and I want to be able to see district championships. I mean, those, at least in my opinion, district championships have always been the most fun events. So I really want to see those again.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there, Evan, and that just competing and having some
Mm-hmm.
sort of stability is nice.
Well, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad for being like, oh, I want this in the game and I want that in the game. Like,
I mean, we could talk about game
obviously.
stuff too, But
Well, yeah,
yeah, hopefully it's a good game. But in some ways, it's kind of like if it's a really good game, I'm going to be sad for the teams that maybe aren't able to compete at their full level or at all due to COVID.
yeah. I think the 2022 off season, I think, is going to be one where we get a lot of those teams who didn't compete. I wouldn't be surprised to see them like compete in the off season if that is something that we are able to do.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's always hard to build a robot not in build season, and you know, you need a lot of that dedication. And for I think majority of the teams, especially like the mid-range to lower level teams, they really thrive around competition build season and just kind of the overall community that gets everybody so excited about events and that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can maintain that. And with championships being one event this year, it's definitely a struggle for a lot of teams. That event is going to be a little bit different, but I hope that it can still run, with some pretty respectable teams, and that they put on a good show and everybody that goes is safe and has a good time. Those two big things are really big, I think, to point out. And yeah, that's what I'm excited for. I want to see the development of teams, and want to see you know the energy back in first, because I think for a long time now first has been, or like the first community has been down a little bit. It's not been the most fun time for first participants, and if we can kind of regain some of that spark, I think that's what the community needs right now is that stability if possible.
Yeah. I think district championships for me are arguably something I'm more excited for than Worlds, but I recognize that for regional teams, they don't have that. And so Worlds has to be that filler big event. So in that regard, like Worlds to me almost feels more like a district championship event for regional teams. Part of it, I think, is the bittersweetness that not all teams can qualify. I'm not a huge fan of that fact that if you're on the winning alliance and you aren't the first or second pick, you don't get to go. I understand why. Um, but I mean, I think district championships for me is kind of like a reasonable reward, and it's got that hype level that Evan mentioned, and I think it'll be good if we can get that far. I'll be satisfied. Just within the season, because I think you'll get a lot of district teams, especially those with a week 7 event, not able to go to Worlds, and so it's good to get the best of all regions still able to compete at some level of like top event.
Hmm. Yeah, even just getting through a full season, we haven't done that in 3 years.
The bar is
so.
low. 2022. The bar is low.
Yeah. So if we're lucky, everything goes smoothly, and we don't have too many issues with teams not being able to compete. But that there's not a whole lot we can do in regards to that other than do our part and be as safe as possible. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see events back. Can't wait to see new champions get crowned for different regions, and for the world championship, which is, I guess, for the first time in a while, the world championship. It's only one event, so that's kind of cool too. So I guess if some teams that traditionally would go to Houston or Detroit, um, they're going to be seeing a lot of teams that maybe they haven't played with in 5-6 years. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
And
love one champs as a concept. I think it's,
yeah,
I think it's a great idea. It's just like I'm worried that it won't actually feel like Worlds, because a big barrier is how are we gonna get to go for a lot of people to Texas on short notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's more of a
Particularly
district.
Detroit teams who aren't used to getting to Texas.
That's more of a district problem, though. Luckily,
True.
Now there are a lot of district teams. Don't get me wrong, but at least
It's a
regional
FIM
teams they have at
Ontario
least
any
1 week
problem.
buffer at bare minimum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely
It's
a little bit more feasible.
Yeah, that's very much a FIM Ontario FMA New England. I think FMA might even is FMA week 6
FMA
for
is week
D-Champ?
6. I'm pretty
Still,
sure.
I mean, especially like the Detroit teams who used to be able to like eat at home when they had their
Yeah.
championships. Now they're like, I gotta
Yeah.
get a hotel, I gotta fly to Texas.
Big
But
change for them for sure.
yeah. But I know some teams are willing to do it. You can even get a sneak peek at who isn't going to do it based on the pre-registration list of Hall of Fame teams. That was something you can take a look at, and you can see. They said, I believe it was 10 Hall of Fame teams are attending, and you can go back and figure for yourself which ones have not registered, such as the 2 from Australia, 31-32, 46-13, both not registered yet through Hall of Fame status. Doesn't mean they won't go by merit later, but
Yeah.
that's just an early indication that Worlds will be interesting.
International teams definitely harder to get there.
True.
Yeah. Which region are you guys most excited to see? Out of curiosity, play, even if you're. I mean, it's other than your own region, other than your home regions, okay? Because Evan, you kind of
regions
moved too.
plural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regions plural. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Oh, I have to think about it now. Huh.
Yeah, because
What's
obviously
right
you
next?
care about your region the most usually, but who's really exciting?
Just based on sheer volume, I always like Michigan. Lots of very good teams in Michigan. There's a lot of events. Michigan makes up like quarter of first events almost. It's kind of insane, but there's also a lot of top teams. They're all majority of Michigan events are very good in terms of team quality. I mean, that's definitely up there.
Yeah, I do like FIM. I also quite like PNW, and it's not my home region. It's Evan's home region, so I can say that, right? I like PNW a lot. As well as I'm interested to see how. I thought if I kept saying it, a region would pop into my head. I'm thinking like New York is one where I mean it's close to being local, right? Like a lot of the teams we see when we do off seasons over the border, but New York is another one. PNW and New York are 2 regions that I'm looking to follow, mostly because like also when you know people there, it makes it entertaining to watch. How about you?
Yeah, for me, I was just gonna say PNW. I think PNW is the most interesting region for me right now because of the teams that are cresting from like very good like local powerhouse to like world powerhouse level. And they have a few teams that are kind of just cresting into that, and I find that really interesting to watch. You know, a region which I would consider doesn't really have that in the past, now getting multiple teams that you could be considering, you know, the best or one of the best in the entire world, undoubtedly. You know, there aren't that many regions that really have that claim to fame. You know, Michigan, Ontario, California are the 3 perennial ones that always have somebody who is absolutely one of the best in the world. And I think PNW is getting to that level where they have teams like 2910 or Mean Machine or
Bare metal.
2046. Yeah.
Yeah.
So having those teams, yeah, Texas is also another one. 148 and 118 always at the top. You have 3310 who's also reached that level I think now. So seeing a new region that is able to reach that high level with so many different teams is really exciting for me to see how that region develops.
Yeah, I mean, I'm jumping in here a little bit. I know this isn't the one I picked mainly because I couldn't, but there there are a lot of those teams in like the Seattle area that look to be potentially getting there, and then in the southern half of the PNW with the teams in the South Washington and then Oregon who go to the Oregon events. Those are events are being very exciting because there are 6 teams that you could easily say is the best. Like you could make an argument as the top team in that like area. It's so tight at the top. There are these just really really strong teams that are all fighting it out. Often at these like district events, you have multiple district events that are 2 top teams in the district, or 2. I meant 5 top teams in the district that are all going to be battling it out really for that win. And one thing I know is that if you look at average ELO, which is a stat that can roughly gauge the performance of teams, the Salem event, which is the one I live closest to, is the second strongest event in the world on average, and the one stronger than it is a 13-team event. So it's a very very stacked event with lots of very very good teams, and then there are also a lot of like quite good teams that are there as well. So there are like 15 teams that at a lot of events would be top 2 alliances finalists. Like it's so strong at the top and just below the top of these events that I'm very very excited to see them.
Yeah, for sure. Those events are always the exciting ones to see for sure.
I also really enjoy though, like on the other end, like I love seeing the top tier competitive teams. I think one region where you get to watch such quick evolution of the game is Turkey. I really love watching a good Turkey regional, just because of how it's almost like it's just so different. Minus the fact I can't understand anything. Like I like watching just how, on the other side of the world is these people doing the same stuff that we did. They had a different take on it than we did, and watching how that region is developing into one of the most densely packed first areas. Like the explosion of teams there is massive, and so I like seeing that in action.
I'm
That
excited to
actually
see
reminds me
China to
of
start
it.
to
Yeah, I
True.
was
dominate.
gonna say
Yeah,
China.
China as
Yeah.
well. China
China's
as
gonna
well.
be really good. If you
Yeah.
watch that Chinese off-season event, there are like 3 teams or 4 teams. They're really good. They're gonna
And
be
Vex,
like,
like in Vex,
yeah,
Chinese teams are very strong, and
right.
so
China dominates specs.
yeah.
But I
So
think there are some teams in China that looked extremely promising in the off-season, and a couple teams that most people have probably never seen before because they haven't played at any official events. People are gonna be watching that event, and you're gonna see these teams they've never heard of, and they're gonna be, holy mackerel, they're good. And this is the year that people are gonna realize that China is a force to be reckoned with, and they will be soon.
They already had one Einstein finalist, so
that's true, and
more
I
are
think
coming.
like that was the first of many, for sure.
Coming. Okay, so transitioning a bit to season-long worldwide fantasy draft.
Do you two have your list ready?
I don't have a
Have
list.
you
No,
been doing your prep for your
No,
drafting? Because
absolutely not.
nope.
nice, I love it. Love to
But we
see
can see
it.
the draft is sort of underway. For those of you who, yeah, Nick Cousins already noticing the very strong outlier of 988.
So some of these players have opted for like random selection, so it's whatever the RNG gods have on offer.
Unfortunately, yeah, there's some not so lucky picks or randoms, I guess. But
Yes, the random list doesn't care about your feelings.
we can talk about the top 4, which are definitely which were all reasonable like picks.
Strong picks.
Interestingly, 3 California teams. So
Yeah.
California coming out strong, 254, 1678, 1323, and the first pick 2056. Kind of hard to not pick them if they're competing. As Nick Cousins says, Ontario is
Possibly the most likely
wishy-washy on
region.
events right now.
Yeah.
But I
It's
mean,
Although,
if they go, I mean, they're probably the safest bet you could pick.
yeah. And one thing about Ontario is if you can't go to an event, all judging is done remotely. So for this, again, chairman's is also a factor. So I haven't decided what'll happen if it's like an awards only event for this. You probably get awards for your team, but I think in the first round, you basically want a team that at their first event is going to win the event and win chairman's. That's kind of
mhm.
the first round of the worldwide draft is generally that's pretty much looking for. And so we have a few more minutes before our next random occurs.
Or pick.
So for
Hopefully
now,
pick. Hopefully,
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
Although I wouldn't be too sad about a random here because I know who I want
you're up
here. That's all
next.
the prep I did. I decided who was number 1 on my list, and they haven't been picked yet. So, hopefully they're not picked because I know who I want first. I guess I could have a second choice that I think will be good as well, but isn't as high. But yeah. So I guess we'll see if Pig in a Tux makes their choice, and if
Okay, but how
not,
would a
or
pig wear a tux?
very
Just
carefully.
just very very quickly. Like would it be like legs? Like would it have like a little jacket for the front of its body, or is like the top half of the pig a jacket and the bottom half are
It's like the
pants?
horse pants thing. You
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, you know what I
Hmm.
mean.
Like,
You know what I
do
mean.
horses have four-legged pants or just two-legged pants?
And more importantly, who manufactures said pants?
Yeah, what is the demand for tux? I'm sure there like are some, right? You can get costumes for your pet. I'm sure you could put a tuxedo on a pig.
Hmm. So Nick, I'm seeing you're putting some choices in chat, but keep in mind that chairman's is worth a lot of points. So
Mm-hmm.
winning chairman's is roughly as valuable as winning the event. Um, so teams, while these teams they're mentioning are very, very good robot teams, they're not the most likely chairman's teams. So there wouldn't be bad picks, but I think for me, there are some better picks available.
Yeah. So just for scoring purposes, just so that everybody knows in chat, generally they are scored via district points. So all the playoffs, picking and seeding are playoff or like regular district points. The thing that's different are the awards. And the awards, if I
Mm-hmm.
just pull it up,
It's also posted in the chief thread for those who have come from there. You can go back to that.
I have found it. Okay, yeah. So chairman's is 60 points. Engineering Inspiration 45, Rookie All Star 25, Rookie Inspiration 15. Any of the robot awards? So there's 6 of them, I think. There are 20.
Autonomous creativity, innovation and control, excellence in engineering,
Industrial
um,
design,
industrial design.
and there's one more. Maybe it's just 5.
No, there's six.
Anyways, there's another
Whatever,
one.
there's six.
Uh, Woody Flowers technically gets you 10 points, but I don't know if anybody's predicting that one very well.
Drafting for Woody
And then
Flowers.
5
I'm gonna
points
be
for any
honest.
other award.
I didn't even know Woody Flowers gave you points, but it's pretty
Yeah,
random.
254
and
and
I don't
1323 don't make much sense. Yeah, that's
254 did
do
win chairman's last year
true.
and didn't get a Hall of Fame bid this year. So
wrong.
they could. Oh, they did?
Incorrect.
Okay.
By
Oh,
teams not opting in
That's
on the
true.
Hall of Fame
Yeah.
list. So,
yes,
Taking a
it
Tux
was, but
receives 5590. So, Cobb, who are you gonna take?
I'm going to take 4253 Raid 0.
Ooh.
4253 Raid 0. So, want to
Yes.
explain to us your rationale?
They're at their first event is going to be in Taiwan, which is an event that has a lot of young teams, a lot of rookies. They're actually the oldest team at the event, and they're quite good at building robots. And they have won chairman's
A lot.
3 years in a row, at least. So I think they're a very good team to pick here because they have a pretty good shot of winning and a pretty good shot of chairman's.
Fair enough.
Um, I think they're the team that in the world is the most likely to win both of their first events.
So you're thinking this would have been like your first pick no matter where you were in the
Probably,
draft
yeah.
order?
Yeah, probably.
So you're pretty happy with it then.
I am very happy with it.
Okay.
All right.
Minute for Eggy. We'll see what they get.
But yeah, I mean, so far you can clearly see at least this strategy. I think some people are leaning towards they just want to trust the robot, maybe worrying that Chairman's has been, a little bit different for the last little bit. Not sure what people have been up to over COVID. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the picks mostly make sense. Okay, 5189. No idea who that is.
Sure, and then Sam has a list in, and they will be receiving 973.
So once again, opting for a very, very strong California robot.
True, California very represented.
Definitely a California love from the drafters so far. 973, obviously a very strong robot. What's their first event?
Panini Port, very, very strong event. So definitely a team that builds excellent robots. This is an event that they
could lose.
do not. They could lose because I believe Citrus and there's
and
one
High
other
Tide.
really, really good team going. Yeah, High Tide.
And then
yeah,
I don't know. I think and then Mick coming in with the 2468 pick, which I think that's a strong.
I wanted them.
What? Oh well, boo-hoo. Go cry about it. So I think that's a really strong pick. I think their robots have been getting a lot better, and we know that they have very strong culture historically. So I think that's a reasonable pick, at least to me.
Yeah, that's who I wanted. So I'm sad I don't get
their
them.
first event again? Are they going to Waco? They're going to Waco, right?
Let me check.
I could be wrong. Because Waco's,
they are.
if they are, yeah, that's
also a hard event, actually.
Right. That event is absolutely stacked.
That's true.
Got the best top end of any event.
148 barbecue, 624.
I think they make. I could see them making finals. I don't know if they win.
I mean, I would expect them to make finals like more than half of the time, but this event is just so hard that the pick, as normally 2468 would be a very, very good pick. Here, I might think a little bit less just because of how insanely good their competition is as well.
Yeah.
That being said, they are quite likely to win Chairmans at this event. So I don't imagine Nick going home empty-handed with this pick.
That's true. And I mean, there's a ton of teams on the board. There's literally all the teams in the whole world on the board. So
true.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, almost random time for Walter.
Yeah, and Walter will be getting a. Well, I'll wait till it's officially. There we go. He'll be getting 3632, which means Jeff is now on the board, on the clock rather. So Jeff. We'll see what he has to pick. So Jeff's from Texas. So are we feeling like maybe another Texas pick's gonna come in? Like what are we feeling from Jeff?
I don't know. I don't think
never
Jeff
mind.
Is...
He picked 1619. Not Texas. Never mind.
They've been to Texas before, though.
Whoa!
That is spicy. 60-25 from Nicholas L.
So tell us why what makes this such a spicy pick?
They're they're a good team. They're just maybe not as like super dominant as of a robot, I would say.
I think we were talking earlier about Turkey Turkey having this hole to fill with Integragon, and I think Nick's probably leaning for 60-25 to step up.
Yeah, I mean, 625 definitely a strong chairman's team, but Turkey at least isn't super like isn't weak on strong chairman's teams. They have a pretty good selection. I mean, I know 36-46 gone is a little bit
And
weaker, but it's still they
60-25
have
did win it for Turkey last year as
a
well. They
yes,
were,
but I believe there were at least I think there were three winners. So
yeah.
like they're not a guaranteed chairman's, but they do have a very strong chairman's chance, and they had a pretty good robot in 2020 as well. So yeah, Brennan picking 2974, which is a very good pick. I think honestly they probably would have my second choice in the world. So I like that pick a lot, Brennan.
Yep,
All right.
strong robot, able to get chairmans. We have a swap by Walter for 1690. Does
That we
performance at
do.
district champs or champs matter? No, it's exclusively first event. So it's
Unless
only the
Champs is their
first
first
event that
event.
they go to.
I guess some teams could do champs as their first event.
Yeah, Hall of Fame or ONS teams, could they just not register for a non-champs event?
Are you allowed
Is
to?
that a
I don't
thing?
know.
I have no
So
idea.
I have not considered this. So yeah, so we had 1690 Orbit coming in, 1619, 6025, 2974 teams. I do like the 2974 pick.
Yeah, 1690 also a good swap in here for Walter, like a very
Uh,
strong robot.
yep,
Um, again, maybe not wanting too much of the culture chance or like the EI or chairmans, but definitely a very strong robot team, as we saw. When we talked about the top 25 robots of 2020/2021, they were unanimously number one. So
yep.
Hmm.
clearly an extremely good team.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't think Orbit is the top team in Israel, and
For robot performance,
thusly,
I would agree.
right? Yes, yeah, and
Just making
thusly
sure.
the most likely team to win their first event. Admittedly, they do have a quite hard first event. Lots of good teams going to Israel District Event One, but Orbit's so good that I feel like they've got to be the favorites, even though there are a lot of good teams in Israel. Israel is an underrated district just because most people don't stay up till 3 in the morning to watch them.
Yeah.
Most.
I'm an exception
Keyword,
to that
keyword
rule,
most.
but
Keyword most.
yeah.
All right. So the other one, like, I'm really interested in the 1619 pick, but I don't think 1619 is a lock for culture at their first event.
No,
Um,
Camdenton's at that event. So, World Championship Chairman's finalist at
yep,
2020. Very strong chairman's team they are.
yep,
Yep.
So, um, I wouldn't say they're a lock for chairman's. Very good robot. I
Yep.
mean, they always build great robots. They have
However,
for many years now.
they're also up against Danger Noodle Danger for chairmen. So I don't think Danger Noodle Danger actually does chairmans, but I want them to. I want them to succeed and thrive as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Team
Great
here.
name. And I know there are at least a couple other good chairman's teams. I don't remember if they were off the top of my head.
4499, one of them as well. Like
Yeah.
there's a few who are maybe not Hall of Fame finalist level, but there are some in the running for.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm just
3632
waiting for
random.
the randoms for Liverman to come in. So we see 3632 coming back in after it got swapped out by Walter, and we'll wait another minute for the next one. I don't know. This feels like watching like draft day, like when they're adding like rookies to a new sport. But 3652 and 114 selected for Liverman. So we're back to you, Brennan. What are you gonna take?
Okay, well, I am going to go with a fairly safe option, I think. We're going to go with a Texas team, 118.
118.
yeah. Their first event is not Waco.
Indeed.
True.
I know that. So they're, I think, a team more likely to win their first event than any of the other top Texas teams, just because they're like the only one not going to Waco. What is their first event again? I don't remember what it is.
Channel
I just know
View.
it's not Waco. Channel View. I don't remember the team list for that one off the top of my head. I don't remember it being especially strong, but
Yeah, it's definitely not the strongest. I mean, other top teams probably Jersey Voltage, Paradox,
mhm.
Audiobots,
Yeah, I'm not.
Energy Heroes.
Yeah, they look good lately.
So
Yeah, not a bad event, but
Not
definitely not
bad for
Waco
sure, but
level.
we're not walking into the like 3310 barbecue
Yeah, that's
148.
true. That absolute murder show, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not an event I would want to attend. Definitely an event I want to watch.
Okay, in
Mm-hmm.
1986, a team that I think is, you know, almost slipped off people's radar of how good they are in the past few years. know,
Yeah.
they had some really good years previously, especially 2017, and Nicholas L gonna take them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're going to Greater Kansas City Regional and the Green Country Regional. So 2 later events, week 4 and 6 currently that they're registered for. So that also gives them a bit of an edge if they have any delays due to COVID as well. So I think that's a very strong pick from Nick.
Now we have Jeff picking a Texas team though.
Yep.
There we go. We knew it was coming.
It's another good
Mm-hmm.
choice. That's Spectrum. For those of you who don't
Are
know,
they going to Waco?
I don't think so.
All right. They're going Dripping Springs week 1, so no Waco for them. That's I like that over 20 a better I like that more than 2468, but because this event's not as
Hmm.
insane. Like there are some solid teams going to Dripping Springs, 3481, 3679, 4063, all 6800. 7521 had a really good rookie season, but it's not Waco caliber. Plus, they also have a pretty good shot at chairman. Maybe not as high percentage as 2468, but definitely a team that's won multiple times recently. So,
Yep. And then while we were talking about that, looks like Walter went with 1114 out of Ontario. Symbiotics, another perennial strong team. If they play, then that's likely a good choice there for sure. But
mm-hmm.
as Chad already mentioned, and we talked about a little bit, Ontario, a little bit in limbo right now in terms of playing, but hopefully everybody's going to be able
We
to
want to
work something
play,
out.
please.
Yeah.
Please. But yeah, we'll see. But historically, I think that would be a strong pick, and also people who are drafting don't necessarily know the COVID situation in Ontario. Just like, honestly, I don't know anything about the situation in Israel. Maybe that's a great pick because they're definitely going to have events. It's all about how, it's all very varied, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of international picks, there's another one. Mick picking 3478. They are from Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
And we also get Sam's pick coming in right after with the list with 148.
148.
So
There
two
we
picks
go.
there. Two picks there that we can take a quick chat about.
Yeah. So Lambot, obviously, the number one team in Mexico. They have been for a long time. They've had some pretty deep world runs as well, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely a very scary team when you're playing against them. But yeah, good pick, I think. I
Yeah.
don't know what their first event is.
Let me
A
check.
story about Lambot. That's wonderful. They're amazing. I really like them as people because my camera went a little crazy there. They my team stayed at the same hotel room or hotel, not the same hotel room,
Same hotel
hotel
room.
as them in 2018. And just like 2 of their students just decided to help us move, like load our stuff, like carry stuff into our hotel, just out of our van for whatever reason. It
Fine.
was very nice of them. So I like Lambot as a team, just as people, because of that. I mean, they're also a good team, so that
Yeah.
doesn't hurt.
They are only registered for Monterrey, which is a week 2 event currently in Mexico.
And that's the
So
Monterrey, Mexico, not the Monterrey,
yeah, regional
California.
Monterrey, not Monterrey
Yeah.
regional. 2 R's. So yeah, staying local for now for them, which I think is pretty
Yep.
expected.
And then 148 from Sam, obviously another super strong team that you can't let slip too far, even though they once again maybe aren't necessarily like a chairman's contender traditionally, but definitely contender traditionally on the robot side of things and very dominant at that.
Mhm. And something about this, because the whole point is that way, if you pick a one-event team like 3478, you're not going to get burned by having teams that attend several events. All you care about is first pick performance, and another pick from Eggy coming in. That I don't think is going to influence Cobb's. Would you like to tell us what you would like to take?
Yes, I'm going to take team 226, the Hammerheads.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I think that's a very,
I
very
think
good
it's our
pick.
first Michigan team picked.
Could be. First Michigan team picked here, first Michigan team picked in the BIM draft.
3632 is a Michigan team, but that's
okay.
They're not the first Michigan team on the board.
First intentional choice Michigan team.
I couldn't let it not be mentioned. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 226. Chairman's Powerhouse. They built really good robots lately. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're a team that's been getting much better. I remember there was one year where there was Fantasy First had a whole team of the Hammerheads, and they were fun to be around and hang out with. So yeah, I think that's a very
first team of 226 students and also 5,000 students, just for fun.
Yeah, maybe definitely not the most well-known team out of Michigan. I would say they're definitely an up-and-comer, but definitely very strong.
Oh, my bad. I actually have one more random to do because Pig and a Tux randomed earlier. So we're gonna move a little bit further down the draft order.
55-64.
Yeah. I think 36-32 is Texas. Or I know I looked at them. Yes, they were. Michigan. I just wanted to make sure I was right about that.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
So my headset, my left ear on my headset has decided to start playing weird sounds. I don't know what. I think it's just sound like there's just like an ocean breeze coming into my left ear. I don't know why.
All right.
51-43. Okay, back to the top four here, who started off the draft very, very strong here.
Yeah, we'll start. Ping the right people.
So Joseph 973 already has 1323.
Will we get more of them?
Yeah.
More 1323s? More California teams.
More California teams.
Yes, more 1323s, please.
I mean, if I had the option between picking just every round or just having 12 1323s, that'd be an interesting decision. I'd probably pick 12 1323s.
Yeah.
What is their first event? Is that Monterey Bay? Is that their first event?
Oh, is it the other one?
Monterey Bay and Fresno. And they're going to Monterey Bay and Fresno, I'm pretty sure. So Monterey Bay would be their first event then. But I could be wrong about them going to Fresno or going to Monterey Bay. I'm pretty sure it's
Monterey Bay and Central
Fresno.
Valley.
Yeah, Central Valley's in Fresno.
Yeah, so Monterey Bay because week 4 precedes week 5.
Yeah, that is how chronology works.
Wow.
Surprise!
Number is bigger than other number.
Time is linear.
That's what you think.
Time is linear enough.
Time sufficiently linear is how I like my time.
The real Nick 862. I see he got his. He made a new account.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch account because he got. What was it?
Oh
how
yeah,
didn't he lose his account again? He doesn't have the email or something like that. I think.
Unlucky.
Yeah, there we go.
So now he has to append real onto his name.
In case you were worried, it was the fake Nick 862. The fake Nick 862.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fans. He's getting impersonated a lot.
The burner got hacked. That just sounds like a you problem. Are we gonna get Joseph? Unfortunately, Joseph is getting randomed, so they'll receive the first rookie of the draft, albeit not intentionally.
8885.
I believe they're from Taipei. So let's see what Danny's gonna take. Sure. And Liverman with first pick is turning into 2910.
Okay. So I think that's our
Um,
first P&W team.
There
Mhm.
they are. Danny taking 2168. Everything's happening.
2168, another team that I was looking at. Excellent
Well,
pick.
too bad you
Strong
can't have them.
chairman's competition at their first event was the reason I didn't pick them.
Mm.
But a very good team nonetheless. It's also the reason I didn't pick their competition at the first event. Wait, I could be mistaken of who's going to what event. But
Oh,
Oh.
Danny has changed his
No,
mind.
I'm
You
not.
He got
changed his
baited.
mind single-handedly. There you go.
Oh, never mind. I forgot 2068 is going to South Florida, so they're not going to win chairman's the first event.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, they could, I think, technically.
I don't think you can.
Not supposed
unless
to,
you
no.
screw up.
Unless
Yeah.
you... I'm pretty sure you can. I could be mistaken, but I think you can, but then you can't submit during your district. I think.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't actually know if that's correct.
So swap them out
I'm not
anyways. So maybe we'll see 2168 later. But in the meantime, we have 1718 Fighting Pie, or another Michigan team coming in here.
And I think this is a very strong pick with the winner and the chairman's awards that they've received in the past. I think they'll be a strong point scorer for Danny. We also have another swap. Liverman swapping 114 in for 16, and Bobby is going to get random, so we're going to see 3632 pop back up there now. The team like shifting around basically.
So Liverman
we'll
is just picking swerve drives.
Yeah, no, good call.
We'll see what next swerve team he picks.
That's true. Also,
1323 10 times.
does Liverman have like does Liverman have a friend that is like Kidney Man?
Kidney Man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah,
Hey,
or
5172. Good choice, robot-wise, for sure.
yeah. Esophagus dude.
Kidney Man and esophagus dude.
Yeah.
All right, 4911, the second pick for Dar, and then
This would be way better names than Osmosis Jones.
All right.
Am I missing something incredible?
You're missing the adventures of
That's
Kidney
what
Man
Will
and
said.
Esophagusopolis. What was his name?
Esophagus dude.
Oh yeah,
Esophagus dude.
Oh, yeah.
may not know that
From Esophagusopolis.
chairman's is worth a lot. So if you can't win
Yes.
chairman's, it's kind of iffy.
Oh, we got another Texas team coming in, 1477. Are they going to Waco? That's the real question.
They might be. I'm not sure.
I can look it up.
I'm
They
sorry, I'm doing
are
too many
going
other
to
things.
Waco. All right, that's a tough draw then. That'll be difficult. They are going to Waco. Another one of those teams. So
Everything is district points, Mr. Nick 862. Aside from the awards.
Nick, if you went to
and
the
also
Chief
playoffs are a
Delphi
little
thread,
different.
Yeah,
there is a Chief Delphi thread that can answer your questions. Let me link that to you.
So winning an event is generally like 22 points, and then 16, and then 30. So just over 60 points. And then, of course, if you can get a robot award, then that's even more.
But the real winners pick off SLF. The real winners pick off Woody Flowers points, as we all know.
True.
Thank you, Nick. I really appreciate your helpful contribution. Alright.
Cool.
All right. So let me update with the MIA as well that follows, just so you
All right.
can pick accordingly. Evan, all you, bro.
Are you ready for a spicy pick?
Yep.
My second team from the continent of Asia, 60-24.
Okay.
Reasonable, but spicy.
That is very spicy.
I think they were chairman's finalists at Worlds last year, so obviously have a good shot at that at whatever event they're going to. They're going to Spively 1 as the first event. Robot-wise, it's not the strongest, so I think they have a pretty good shot of being finalists or even winning that event, because I've seen the robots recently and they've looked pretty good. So I like 60-24 here. I think they're a good team. I think they have a very strong chance of winning chairmans. I think they have a very strong chance of performing quite well at the event. Maybe not favorites to win it, but at semifinals at least. I mean, I'm sure. Like they're pretty solid robot team. So I picked 60-24.
Yep. And another thing that happened while you were picking 60-24 is Danny swapped in 20 place Texas Torque. So I think we might just be
23-37.
giving him what?
You cut out.
23-37 for Torque.
Yeah.
For Danny. So he's listening to us. All right.
590.
And another
971.
California team.
Okay, we're back on the California train here for Sam. I mean, to be fair, he has some of the most dominant robots in the world on his alliance.
I'd hate to face that alliance.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's like
that would be
a nightmare
very
alliance.
scary alliance to play against on the field.
Sam is going robot. Just
Sam is
full
also
train ahead.
from California, is my understanding.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
69-95. Yep.
Makes sense that the picks would lean.
69-95, we talked about it on episode 3, I think, of our podcast.
Yeah, we definitely talked about them.
Yeah.
Looks like Bobby has reappeared, so expect some other teams getting picked up soon from him to replace 36-32 and 114.
And 254?
No, not that one. True, that was the top of the random list. How'd you know?
Luckiest random. I remember that at least there have been a couple times where the team that was like number 1 on the random list was also number 1 on my pick list or whatever, that someone got randomed, and it was very sad.
That's why we have auto draft. But I was not running auto draft for
likely. This. Yeah, how long would that take to run?
Oh my goodness, no thank you. So now just waiting on Mick's pick. He's a few minutes though, so chilling.
Whose draft other than your own do you like the most so far? I guess Taegen comment on anybody.
Oh, you're okay.
Well, you're also in the draft, so I figured you could go first.
I like Mick's draft.
I was gonna say I like Danny's draft.
Where is Danny? Oh, Danny is a good draft too. Yep. Definitely leaning on the best of both worlds, strong robots, strong chairmans. All of his picks are that. I think a little bit more focused on chairmans, it looks like, but I mean, no slouches in the robot field either.
I really like the 17-18 pick in particular. I think that's a very good pick. I don't really like anyone's draft, to be honest.
Wow.
You'd be drafting better than everybody.
Well,
I think the armchair critic.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to be a critic. I think Danny's is probably my favorite as well. I think the risk that Cobb has going on with 60-24 is not my favorite.
I don't think it's that risky. I really don't.
I think the 60-24 pick, whether or not they're able to attend, is risky.
Yeah, that is the risk. Yeah, I didn't actually factor that in because it's kind of boring if you do.
I'm
True.
sorry. I'm just a boring.
No,
I'm boring.
makes sense. I
Locked
know
up.
it's
I do
boring
like.
for me.
I like. There are certain picks that I like a lot. I really
Actually,
like.
I think Jeff's first two are also very good. I was just looking
Yeah,
at that.
I like Spectrum. I like Spectrum.
Mm-hmm. I like the Spectrum pick a lot. Yeah.
I like Lambot as a pick. I think they're very good. And yeah, my favorite pick of the draft, though, I think has to be 17-18. They're probably my favorite. And 226. So I'm just a Michigan fangirl now.
Fangirl.
I'm a Michigan fangirl. Nick, it's all you, Ben. I see you in chat, if you're still here.
He's too busy reading the
That's
Delphi
true.
post.
Rules.
Yeah.
Also, I resubbed to you. I want some credit instead. It's my 7-month sub-anniversary. Please credit me.
Thank you,
Right.
Taegen Polls, for subbing.
Still none of these make sense. 40-39. I think that's an interesting pick. Another Ontario
Strong
dude.
chairman's team.
Yeah.
Pretty
What's their
strong
first
robot.
event?
Don't know, actually.
I think it might be.
Are we say Worlds or Waterloo?
I was gonna say it might be Waterloo. It's not. It's York, but it's the same week as Waterloo. York won.
Yep. So York Day
All right.
1 currently has 17 teams registered. It's a 1-day event. So for chairmans, they will be competing with the York 2 teams as well. Which includes, I don't know. Are we going to York? No, we're not going to York, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Includes some teams that are probably good.
I had, where's the Ontario? I had all of them. Here we go. Events. So York.
Makeshift.
Yeah, so we got Makeshift there that they'll be competing with for chairmans. And 188 has won chairmans in the past.
So probably.
And 865, but I think 865 is already competing, so they might have it by then. So I think that's a pretty strong pick, regardless of the fact that Mick did not know that chairmans is a 2-day endeavor in Ontario.
Oh,
so
he didn't know that?
Nope, but that's okay because he does now.
Very awesome.
Very cool, very awesome. All right. So we are just about to get to the point. Okay, well, Bobby mentioned that they noticed they had notifications off and has not made any picks since, so the randoms will continue down the list. In 15 seconds. I should have set up a clock or something. I guess I have a watch. That is a clock, right?
Yes, a watch is a clock.
A watch is a clock?
There's a reason that it's called a wrist clock.
It is. This is true. All right, well, random time, which means Jeff is picking 2046 bare metal, so we get another PNW team on the board.
Yeah.
Punwa.
And an Australian team, 5985 on the board as well from Nick. So 2 picks. Let's just take a look at them both. Talk about 2046 first. What does our local PNW man, Evan, what do you think of that pick?
I mean, it's all right. They're definitely favored to win the first event. That being said, there are some really strong chairman's teams at that event. I'm not saying they're not a strong chairman's team, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not super likely to win chairman's at that event. I think they have a chance at chairman's, but I would say they're more likely to win it at their second or third event. They're going to Wilsonville, which is a very strong event. As we talked about how the Oregon events are very strong this year. And this is a especially strong event. But even that being said, I think they're most likely the best team there, robot-wise. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. I do really like Nicholas L's 5985 pick, though.
I have to agree. So yeah,
I'm
I think.
going to go
Oh
33.
yeah, it's true. It is your pick. Who?
I'm going to go 33.
Another
Shucks, that's what I
Michigan
wanted
team.
next.
Oh well, that's too dang bad.
Well, I mean, whatever. That's what I wanted. Fine, Brennan took him. I'm not gonna hold it against him. That you know
Oh,
of.
they're not gonna battle over it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight Brennan over 33. Not no. But I like that pick. That's what I wanted to pick. So yeah.
Brennan's numbers are just getting consecutively smaller. He's like
Yeah, my
cutting down the
team
number of
pool is
available
just
teams.
shrinking.
Yeah, you only have like 10 teams you can pick left.
Guys
I mean,
better
there's
not
some
take
decent
any low
ones.
numbers,
Wow.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I
we
guess.
do have a swap also.
So
So
39-28, Midwest strong robot team. I don't know if I think they also have the ability to win
Yeah, they
chairmans.
do. Now they might be at GKC, which is a very strong chairman's event. I could be wrong about that, but
They're at Iowa, looks like.
Iowa, that's less strong of a chairman's event. All right, seems solid. I haven't
Yeah.
looked at them, but
And in the meantime, we've also got 44-14 and 54-60, two teams that competed at Chesney recently. Both did really well, of course.
yeah, I think 44-14 is the next like hot team. I mean, we've seen some really incredible performances from them in their relatively short lifetime.
yeah, I think 67 is the next hot team, though. So just
True.
my personal opinion.
Well,
Yeah.
they've been the hot team for a while.
They
Actually.
are the hot
That's
team,
true.
yeah.
Speaking
And
of, no, I'm just kidding.
oh,
I'm
so you like
going to go
you have to
You
go
195.
have to
lower.
pick the lower team. It's not allowed. You had to pick like
Sorry,
27 or something.
sorry.
Unfortunate.
Declined.
Error.
I'm
I
gonna go
could just
195.
random him instead.
You could, but you shouldn't.
Now, would that be integrity at all? No, but I could.
Integrity and schmegrity.
Exactly.
Or like 36-46 T. Haha. Funny joke.
Ah ha ha ha. You are what killed them, actually. You and
Whoa.
you single-handedly.
My joke was too good for them to handle.
2096 Israeli team, I think.
Yeah.
An Israeli
Yep.
team who won the
Strong
only
chairmans.
district championship chairmans at in Israel. They literally
What?
sealed themselves as the
Oh.
strongest. Did I die?
Nope.
No. I was
No.
like, what? They've definitely had more than one district championship where they've had chairmans. I realized you're talking about the only one in 2021.
Correct. So they will.
I should probably start thinking about my next pick, which I have not done. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, teams are coming
Well,
off
my
the
Google
board.
sheet said editing is not available.
Oh.
Check your internet connection. Thank you. Very cool.
Have you tried checking your internet?
So we had
I mean, it seems to be
1885.
fine.
Are they the first Chesapeake team picked?
Yes.
I
Unless
believe
one of
so,
them is.
yes.
Unless one of the randoms was.
Yeah.
All right, my sheet might be down for the next couple picks. That's
Oh
unfortunate.
no! Oh no!
How long until my next pick?
You have like 7 minutes.
All right, that's probably good enough for this to work again. This is what happens when I try and put every single team on a single Google
One
sheet.
spreadsheet, yes.
Yeah.
Did you scout matches for all of them as well?
No, I just plugged in a formula.
Unfortunate.
No, I haven't watched any of these matches. I mean, I figure that I'm not going to be picking any teams that I don't know what their robots look like.
Fair enough. Can you describe to me what 6024's robot looks like in great detail?
It was black and had an elevator.
Great.
That's
Well
what I got.
done. Fair enough. So, yeah, I think 2096. I like that pick, and I'm not at all surprised that Nick is leaning on the international teams. I think that's very normal of him to
Yep.
do. Like, that's a very Nick thing to do. He's a big fan of international teams and international events.
Okay, my Google Sheet is now back online.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, it is. This would be harder to do without one, although not impossible. I feel like I could do okay-ish without one. But I
Just
guess the biggest thing about
let Twitch chat tell you what to pick.
I will not do that.
Twitch chat, who should Evan pick?
He will
I have
definitely
no
listen
promises
to
on
what
whether or
you're
not I will
gonna
promise.
say.
He will. I
Yeah.
100% promise you that he
Mhm.
will listen to what you tell him to pick.
I will
Technically-
most likely not.
Technically, you could just assign him a team. You're in charge.
That's true.
Don't do that, please.
That is true. I
Very
am in
rude.
charge. I
Very
think
rude.
I should really swap
No.
out 226. I don't think you deserve to have 226.
Yeah, you're saying I already have them in SLFF, so I don't deserve them in SLWFF.
Exactly.
Can't
You
pick
can't.
two teams.
You can't. Yeah. Oh God. Imagine if I had to implement
We
that
also
rule.
have
No, thank you.
6024 at that event, so
True.
Yeah, Nick, are you going for the same thing that I'm going for? The like
what?
one team from like no
Each
duplicate
district?
regions?
I
Oh,
could
is that
do
what
that.
you're trying to do?
I'm not gonna, but I could.
No, that he was asking Nick.
I mean, there are German teams, Jeff, but I'm not sure they're gonna go in this draft.
Yeah, probably
All
not.
right.
217.
Gone. Yeah. So the pick came in from Mick of 3354 and then 217 thereafter. So who is 3354? They are Prepa Tech Droid, so another Mexican team, whose first event is Canadian Pacific. So
Interesting.
I guess looking for
Little
maybe
bit
a
of
weaker event, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yep. And 217, obviously, you know who they are. They're the Thunder Chickens from Michigan.
More Einstein appearances than any other FRC team.
Yep. And yeah, I mean that's hard to decline. So fair enough. So we are back to you, Evan.
I know, my sheet's being very goofy.
That's okay. You do have 4 minutes now before your next pick. In which case you would be random 3632, who is bounced around in ownership.
Well, I know who I'm going to pick if I can't get my sheet working, but
4
if
different
I
people.
get my
Maybe your camera will start working as well.
Holy moly. That's great. Here, I'm going to see. Let's see what happens if I shine my flashlight at the camera. What does it literally
That
do
didn't
anything?
make it
Oh,
any
there we go.
better. Now you're just shining a light in my face.
No, it's working. All right, cool. Well, technical difficulties, but luckily they're not
Critical.
great. Yeah,
You're
better
just
than
now
my voice
this
not working.
gray
I'm glad
pixelated
I'm
blob.
glad I don't have to. I'm glad I don't have to mime my pick.
Yeah, this is charades now. Please pick according, or please pick.
We
Now
should play
that would be
FRC charades
entertaining.
on one of these.
How could you pick?
We should do that.
We should. We should. Maybe not with 1 minute pick slots though. Or you just get whatever team I think you're talking
Oh,
about.
he's back.
That's cool. How long do I have? 2 and a bit minutes.
Your pick slot ends at the end of 9:23.
Okay, who's at this region? Are there any top chairman's teams that aren't this team?
Look at him quickly going through TBA.
Yes,
This is
there are. What about this event?
live action pick strats.
There has too many good chairman teams in that district. I'm not picking. I'm not making.
You can see it flashing on his face, flipping between TBA tabs.
We have a chat suggestion of 2157.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one, Nick.
Declined.
All right. Can you function properly, please? Thank you.
I say that to myself in the morning, like in the mirror every day.
Awesome.
It's like daily affirmations, right?
Yeah, sure. All right. There's still some time. Okay.
You have
What?
a minute and 40 seconds.
All right, that's plenty of time, I guess.
Meantime, I'll look at 217's first event, Saline.
That's a pretty good event, actually. Pretty strong.
Bedford, Robo Jacket, Speed, Goon Squad.
All right. I decided that I'm going to pick team 125, the new Trons,
As opposed to the
Okay.
old Trons.
as opposed to the old Trons. Not the one with Jeff Bridges, not the one from the 80s. Yeah.
There you go. So 125, I think that's I mean,
Strong
we're in
robot,
like
strong
what?
culture.
Round 4? Yeah. Round 4, pretty good pick. Oops. $36.32 going to their like 5th owner of the draft now. Like I've stopped keeping track. It's entertaining because they're like 2nd on the random list, but they keep getting subbed out.
I think they're settled though. I think they're settled for now.
I think this may be where their journey ends. So what's
Not the journey.
125's first event?
Pine Tree.
Oh, they're going to 3 events and taking a quick look at some of their competition here. I don't know a ton about New England, to be honest. I know about 58-13. That's the only team I really know much about besides them in 190. And I know that I should know the low numbers, but I don't.
My eyeball hurts.
That's
Okay.
Funny story.
not
Yesterday, or maybe it
fun.
was earlier this morning or earlier this week, I blinked weird and it hurt my eyeball. Has that ever happened to anybody else? I have no idea. It's so weird.
No,
But I blinked and I don't know what happened.
I like to
That's
think
not
I
an
blink
interesting
normally.
story. No, it's like when you step weird and hurt your leg or your back.
Yeah, except
It's
how do
like
you
that, but I
blink
blinked weird.
wrong?
I don't know, but it happened. I'm guessing I had something trapped in my eye and rubbed it against my eyeball.
Everyone's eyes are getting itchy now. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Did I actually have it twice in the sheet? I do. They're actually already gone. All right. Thank you, Mick. I've fixed that now. Should
Who's
be
already
like
gone?
that. I accidentally assigned 3632 twice. It's actually 3182 who Walter gets.
Cool.
But that's not a problem either.
All right. Check in again. Who is looking good? Who's your favorite? Who's your champion of this draft that is not you?
Um,
Oh no. You've gone rogue again there, Evan.
I don't know. I like Nicholas L's picks. I really do.
I am thinking that I'm leaning towards. I still like Danny, so I want to see what this next pick is from him before I solidify his as my favorite so far. So Danny with an asterisk on, depending on
Yeah.
how badly he messes up slot 4.
Very
Same.
badly. He's gonna pick.
Never mind, I don't like his draft anymore. Just kidding.
Who'd he pick?
He picked
Oh, he didn't pick yet.
6328. So mechanical advantage from
Yeah, I like them.
yeah, they're a strong chairman's team, strong robot team as well. I think that's actually a pretty strong pick. From him, their first event is Granite State, which is week 1, where they've got competition in 78, 88, Inconceivable, Robots by the Sea, up. So I recognize team names, so it's probably a pretty decent New England event, but I expect them to be pretty solid, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. I
All
mean,
right.
I like them. Picked them in normal fantasy in the first round. So They
And then we're
performed
gonna
quite
go
well at Chisel,
Bobby.
and also in the off season, and also in the real season. So
Yes, and they're one of the teams who I was really looking forward to competing with in 2020. They were supposed to come to Carleton, so hopefully we'll get the opportunity to to play with them at some point in the future.
All right, now just waiting on Bobby here. So far, I guess 114 was a random,
Correct.
but they are going to pick 3310, rounding out the kind of top end of Texas, probably, I think.
The only other team I would say that's gone unpicked from Texas, depending on if they're going to Waco first event, which I think they are.
they are. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say 54-14, but Waco is tough, and he's
I don't think. Oh, 5414 is not going to Waco. Sorry.
Fox.
I just don't think so.
Let me see. No, they're going to Channelview, so I think I could see them coming around sometime soon. They won district championships chairmans last year as well, so I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen them pop up so far, but
The big
that's
four well-known Texas teams are gone.
yes.
Who's number 4?
Spectrum, 118, 148, 3310.
Okay, I put 2468 to make it the big 5, but
Okay,
maybe
yeah, I
that's
forgot about that. You're right. Big 5.
big 5.
Well, the question is, of
Big
those,
5
who do
sporting
you leave
goods,
off
not
your big
sponsored.
four? Who's in the big
Uh,
five but not in the big four?
2160,
none of them.
2468. I don't think they're as well known, but yeah,
None of them are in the big 5.
big 5. They're all in the big
No, I
None of
5.
them
said
are in
if
the big
you.
4. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
called them
right.
the big four, right? We called them the big four. Yeah, whatever. The
No,
moment's
just
gone.
80% of each of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got Joseph back.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, my spreadsheet is just, I think it's MIA. I might have to drop the rest just off of memory.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem, but I'm still going to complain about it.
Fair enough. So Dar's got 2 slots here. We're into the second half of today's draft. Favorite pick so far?
Favorite alliance is Danny. It is not mine.
For who? You have 3.
Okay, so we have a Joseph swap coming in. And California teams are going off the board here.
Absolutely.
So 3647 Millennium Falcons. Definitely had a very strong last couple years.
Yep. And then we got Code Orange going in as well for Joseph. So try not to get their numbers confused. 3476 and 3647 getting picked in right after each other.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they just need to pick Wyndham, wind up, and Clover Bots, and we're good.
Yeah. And 5190.
Unfortunately, 5190 is gone instead. So there goes that. Just as quickly as it
Is that
began.
our first North Carolina team? Maybe.
I believe so.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nick making a
type.
bold swap. Getting rid of 1986, putting in 525.
Goodbye, Titanium. Hello, SWAT bots? SWAT bots? How do you say that?
Swart Dogs.
Swart dogs, even better.
All right, who's going to be the first person to swap in 1986?
Will it be either of you?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. Just checking. We're on deck for Bobby to make another pick. And Bobby is being random to 88 to 85 again. We're back to Danny. Time really caught back up with us.
Yeah.
Or at least with me.
Good
but that's good.
news.
Yes?
My spreadsheet is now functioning again.
That's good. Glad to hear it.
I do have a bunch of teams in mark off now, though.
Yeah, I bet.
195 still hadn't marked yet.
Another pick that I like coming in from Danny.
1023.
1023. I like that one a lot. Bedford Express from Michigan.
It's got 3 Michigan teams.
That is true, but
Yeah.
honestly, there's so much in Michigan that, like...
Yep. I like that pick, too.
And
we got a
2481 for Bobby.
Another Midwest team. You can definitely see each of the drafters' kind of like home regions tend to be the
Yeah,
ones that
Can you
they
tell my home
gravitate.
region off of my picks, Brennan?
Whoa!
Tend to be.
Okay, 1986 back on the board. Taken by Liverman.
Now
5460 is out.
is available.
Yep, 5460 is now available. Not sure.
I said most, Evan, not all.
Hey, that's why they call me Mr. Worldwide.
Ayo.
Oh my goodness, so
Alright.
many swaps. I'm sorry, Taegen.
I
mean, I'm not.
I am
It's not my
holding
fault,
on. I am just holding on. Alright.
359 getting picked by
Yep.
Joseph.
Yep, 359 back on the not back on never not
And
on
we
the
got
board until now.
2220
Yep.
from Minnesota.
Oh, I forgot about Minnesota.
Oh my god, Matt. No one was going to take them. You could have kept Okay, and then Pickett at Ducks is MIA. So that goes to 114. So Kavi, we are back to you.
Oh no, okay, I had a pick, but I forgot who they were. Just oh my goodness. Oh no.
Okay.
How long do I have?
Until the end of 936.
Okay, cool. I figured out who they were. They were 694 Stiples.
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second. 694. And I was doing a swap. This is why I didn't want to allow swaps.
Swaps are just a ball of fun.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay.
Okay, 694 Stiples. Is that our first New York team? I think it is.
Yes.
Could be.
First intentional New York team, yes.
First team from New York, yes. There is another team whose first event is in New York that I picked. So I have 2 teams whose first event's a New York event. Different New York events, but
987.
New York events nonetheless.
Yep.
Sam continuing on with the very strong robots.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's okay. Things have calmed down, and I think most of the MIA picks have also been swapped out. So I'm hoping calm down a little.
Well, there's still a couple though.
I can dream.
Yeah.
Okay. Mick, I swear to goodness gracious, if you swap all your teams, I'm removing you from the draft. Eliminating you, putting all your teams on free agency. Okay. 14 is gone.
Editing is unavailable. All right, I guess I'm just gonna have to remember who's been picked. That's fine.
Okay, 2557 Soda Bots.
Oh.
All right.
Board.
Yeah.
And 2052 Nightcrawler.
All right.
Yeah, so
from Minnesota.
2 quite
2557
different picks.
2557's first on Clackamus.
Oh, they're going to Clackamas? I
Yes.
should have known. Yeah, Clackams. When Blue Banners for like 4 years had Clackams instead of Clackamas on them. Yeah.
That's funny.
When I
And
was on my old team, we won a Clackams banner.
that's all I want in life is to have a Clackams banner.
Yeah. I think they fixed it for 2020 though.
Okay.
Which, good, but also unfortunate.
That's not the right. Yeah.
I know. All right, and
69-41. What a team.
They're good. They're so good.
so 69-41
We were talking about Chinese
Iron Pulse.
teams. Here's
Yep.
one
Yeah.
to keep on your radar.
So
Mhm.
from the Hangzhou regional, 6941 Iron Pulse Robotics, which I think that's again a very Nick-like pick to make. 4476 does inter-district play? No,
What?
Jeff. Never.
We have never. Correct.
So
I'm
far.
just making sure that this team is still available.
If it's 2168, the answer is no.
Okay.
The answer is yes. Unless
No,
they were just
not
picked.
anymore.
They were just taken.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
I think they're available. 2471.
Yep.
Let me just.
They
They
are a
are
good
available.
team with an absolutely brutal event schedule. They're going to the two hardest or P&W
Don't
events
tell him, or he'll
by
change his
far.
pick, and then I have to deal with the
No,
swaps.
I'm not
Come
changing.
on.
I have
Whatever.
faith.
I don't. Yeah, Brennan is not the kind of
You
person
see
who
the difference
changes
between
his
good
opinion.
teams and great teams is great teams go to good events and they just win anyways. They're just a great team. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they definitely could win that event and win chairmans, but they also could be semifinalists and don't win, and not win chairmans. So they're a risky
They'll
pick,
probably get a
in my
robot
opinion.
award, but
Oh, they'll definitely. Yeah, well, they probably will. That's a very strong event, though, like robot-wise as well. That event has 2046 in it, has 1425 in it, it has 1540 in it, it has other good teams I know.
and other
2990 in it.
two other slots coming in. 4613 Barker Redbacks, the newest induction to the Hall of Fame, and 179. So two teams from two totally different areas of the world coming in for Liverman as he's the first one to finish the draft.
Hooray.
Which means it's back to you.
Quick turnaround.
Well, that's what you get for being second last in the draft.
We are gonna go 7457.
I was gonna say Stoy Pulse. I don't know why. I meant Super
Close.
Picking up
But Super
Indiana
Do.
team.
I think
Spreading out.
that's the first Indiana team of this draft, and they're going to Columbus.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us, what drew you to Super Do?
Build good robots, and they're gonna build better robots.
And you
Fair.
know this for a fact?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have 100% confidence in all of my teams. I don't doubt them for a second.
You get there, bro?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you are now the second player to be finished day 1 of 2. So congrats on surviving the gauntlet. You did it. Do you want a gold star?
No.
Silver Star, second.
I'll take the gold star when I win.
Yeah, Liverman, kidney boy, and esophagus dude.
Esophagus dude.
No, Liverman and Kidney Boy live in the town of Esophogusopolis.
Oh.
Esophagopolis.
Esophagusopolis. That's so fun to say. Try it. Everybody try saying Esophagusopolis. It's fun to say, isn't it, Taegen?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, what regions that are obscure can Nick still pick?
Quebec.
He has yet to pick he hasn't picked a team from India yet. He hasn't
True.
picked a
There's not a
team
whole lot of
from
options there, though.
there's at least one other team that I think has a chance. Now they'd be early, but I think yeah. Let's see. He hasn't picked anyone from South America.
That's
There's
true.
some Brazilian teams that are
True.
good. At least one that'd be a good pick here, or at least a defensible pick here.
Yep. There's
He's done all the big ones though that are international, non-North
well,
American.
I mean,
Turkey,
even in North
Israel, China,
America, right?
Australia.
There are
Yep.
small
I guess
regions
he's
in North
Mexico.
America.
Yeah,
True.
he hasn't picked
You
Mexico
could
yet.
also
There's
say like Quebec is kind of.
Their
Although there
camera's having a
are
great day.
the way it froze, like it looked like he was like licking his thumb and then like licking the camera to me. It was
I
just
was.
like,
I'm trying to get it to work because that worked once,
oh,
and
we
now I'm
talked about
trying every time.
Brazil. There it is.
11:56.
Yeah,
He
it
had
was.
that thing under control the whole time. I don't know what you guys
Yeah,
are
true.
talking about.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What's I know normally they do New York-ish events, but I can't
I
remember where
think
they're
it's
going.
It's Orlando this time,
Yeah.
which is a very strong event robot-wise, but they should have a pretty strong chance at chairmans.
Yes, especially being a Hall of Fame finalist. That
Mhm.
generally helps with your chance of winning chairmans. All right, now I just had to for Walter, as Jeff is also picked too.
23-41. Their chairman's team.
Nick is just out here
Oklahoma.
hoping that there's no travel restrictions. Like
Yeah.
that's what Nick is banking on for several of these picks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 525 is like his home region pick.
Yep. From Iowa. His home state. I'm gonna dox you.
You can dox him. Guys, go to
Sorry, Nick.
Iowa, look for a guy.
Yeah, look for a guy named Nick in Iowa. Good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun. Go fast, enjoy. Oh, right, I gotta ping Mick. Oh, sorry. Wrong dude. I pinged the wrong person. I wonder if I don't think he's in that
Ping
channel.
Falcon.
I
What
didn't
now?
mean to. I really didn't, but it's okay. I don't think he's in that channel. Oh, he is. That's okay.
You wouldn't be able to ping him if you didn't.
He is in that channel. Sorry, Eric. Or did pinging him bring him into the channel?
No.
Does Discord do it
No.
like that now?
Nope. Jeff, you better pick an Oregon team. Okay.
All right. Nick has a few minutes.
Oh no, Eric's typing too.
Now I'm curious. Okay. Sam's picks. They've got to have the most Einstein appearances out of everybody, right?
Yes.
Out of any team, like as a whole. But who's second?
They also haven't picked
Maybe-
any team in the 4 digits.
That's true. Next
And it's
pick,
not like they
teams
don't
a lot
have
of
4-digit
Einstein.
teams on their list.
Who has a lot
Yeah.
of Einstein appearances?
That's under 4. Got to pick 71 next then.
But that's not 3 digits.
It's not 4.
True.
Honestly, like there's not actually that like big of a standout.
Let's look at the
Is this
insights list and just see
67
who's
like
the
next
most
on that
chairman.
list?
Yeah, they would be.
And like 254 is already taken.
177 as well, actually. 177 would be the next one with 3 digits. They have 7 Einstein appearances, more than many teams.
But focusing on teams that did just get picked, 1730 from Mick just got
Team
picked.
driven. Very strong robot.
And another 3-digit team coming in from Sam as well.
948. Okay. That is not one that I was expecting.
They do have an Einstein appearance,
There we go.
so adding to that list. All right.
All right, and with that, we're back to Cobb for your final pick of the worldwide draft. Who will
All right.
you be taking?
I want 3284, please.
3284.
user.
Sounds good. You can have them.
Strong
Thank you.
chairman's team and pretty decent robot as well.
Yep.
All right. There goes that team. And now we are back to Matt.
Only a few more picks to close out our draft here tonight.
Indeed. Literally 5. So we're into the final 5 picks.
Yep.
Fortunately, most who signed up actually participated in the draft as well, which I think helps with the competitive integrity of this draft. We had a lot of really good teams get picked. What regions do you guys think are underrepresented though on this
Fim.
scorecard?
Yeah, I mean, just by sheer proportion,
Yeah.
Fim. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not sure where else is really lacking a lot of maybe.
Maybe Israel.
Yeah,
There's been a
Israel only
couple
has
Israel
2.
picks.
Yeah, there's been 2
Yeah,
so
but
far.
there aren't a ton of Israeli teams. There's like 57 or something. I mean,
Yeah, but really it's
Indiana has the same
numbers
amount
that matter, I
basically, and
guess.
they have 1. Yeah.
Yeah, Indiana.
I'd say in a normal year, Ontario probably.
Yeah, it's true.
Honestly, Ontario's about right, to be honest, with 3 teams on the board. Not the 3 that I think are the best.
California. Like a
That is
lot
true.
of California.
Yeah, Cali is overrepresented, I think.
Oh my goodness, my camera.
I think
don't know what's
I like
happening.
the 179 pick. I think that's a good one that came in from Liverman.
Oh, that's
And
true.
I
Yeah,
think-
CHS. That's underrepresented. There's been 1 CHS pick.
True.
Yep.
You make a very good point, distorted gray blob.
That's me.
The thing is, though, on the thing that we have, I don't see, like, he looks totally normal.
Really?
Yeah.
That is really weird. Maybe it's
He looks
maybe it's
totally
not a problem
fine
with
on
my
my screen.
camera.
I don't know.
Huh. That's really weird. Oh, it's back.
That's why I was like, I had no idea what you guys were talking about until I looked on the Twitch and I'm like, oh, okay, obviously. It's like very obvious. But to me, like, you just look pixelated.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my god. Sorry, just the post
It's a
got
long
made
message.
and it's a copy pasta message. It took me a minute. Alright, Matt. Concluding his picks. We'll move now to Joseph. For and we said we needed a bit more Michigan. There we go. There's a little bit more Michigan.
Yeah, definitely.
27.
Definitely a very good team to be lasting this long.
I agree. I think the 6th round was not where I expected them to go. Let's see what their first round is. It is. Oh, I just totally deleted the whole tab. Cool. They're going to St. Joe's and Lakeview as their 2 events. So St. Joe's is week 2, where they're dealing with 9-10. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, Joe's. Lots of great teams. 16,
Yep. They're against 226, my second pick.
Yeah, that's true. It's a 1v1 Cobb versus
They just got swapped out?
525 is now available.
Again? Okay.
And yeah, Nick
Nick's
swapped
really
again.
deciding what he wants his American team to be.
And Bobby will pick them right up so he doesn't have time to second guess his thought. That means Dar is going to round us out with the final pick, and oh my goodness, boy oh boy, did that ever fly by. I am so whiplashed.
Whiplash
Is the audio okay again now? By the way, Twitch chat.
seems. Oh.
I think it's because we mentioned there wasn't enough Fem, and all of a sudden they came flooding in.
Speaking of him, 910.
That's why, like, they came, we
They're like,
called
oh
them and
yeah,
they
we forgot
came.
about Fim. Let's pick some Fim teams. Nobody picked Chesapeake though. Yeah, that's true. We
That's
said
true.
Chesapeake was
Chesapeake also in that similar
underrepresented.
situation to Ontario.
True.
Sure.
Okay, so favorites of the draft?
I
think
think
I'm
with
still
those
on the
last two, I think
Danny
Danny is,
hype train.
yeah,
And yeah,
Slander.
Danny's picks are good, but I still like Nick's picks. Not necessarily the best, but they're definitely very
They're
good, and
entertaining.
they're the funnest too.
that is true. I like the international picks. I think they're always fun. I like the second half of Cobby's draft. I think it's I
And the
wasn't
first
as
half was too
thrilled
spicy
about
for you.
the first two. I think Raid Zero is a good pick. Honestly, the only one I don't love is 6024.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And
know.
like I
They
totally
definitely
respect it. It's your pick. It's your team. Do
He
whatever
has
you
the
want.
faith.
He
they're a
has the
risky pick,
faith.
but I mean, I guess, but I think they have a very strong chairman's chance. I do think they'll build quite a good robot. I think they're actually like legitimately gonna be good this year.
That's
Like a
fair
very
enough.
quite good team.
Yeah.
I
I
I
like
have faith
Jeff.
in 6024.
I do like Jeff's picks as
Yeah.
well, particularly the Spectrum pick and
Mm-hmm.
the 2052 pick where they were. I think were both pretty good.
Spectrum's definitely my favorite pick of Jeff's. That was a very good pick there.
Yeah. I'm
Joseph
actually interested.
973, very strong robots, I think. Similar
Yeah.
to Sam.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking I like Sam's like all under like 1,000 thing. I know it
Yeah.
wasn't intentional, but I think it's kind of cool anyways. Like I don't know, I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Uh 6941 from Nick, I think is a fun pick. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Picking for Turkey and seeing who, or sorry, not Turkey,
China.
China. 6025 was the Turkey one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I like the 6941 pick, and I think it's good that we got some China on the board, especially we were talking about how they're going to quickly get, you know, they're going to start being the powerhouses of, at the very least, the
Yeah, I
powerhouses of
mean,
China are going to start to pop up.
Yeah.
I could see in 2 years them being as good or better than like Israel.
Yeah, and they have definitely, I mean, more people means more opportunity for growth. Israel's a fairly small country. China is notably not.
Mm.
And I think especially if they're able to get government on their side, will avoid some of the issues they've had the past few years, and then they'll be all good to go.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's today's
Oh,
draft, and hopefully you guys enjoy the show.
Yeah,
I'm not sure when we're going to be back. Probably next week.
yeah,
To
sometime
talk a
next
little bit
week.
about the game once the game is out and some of our first thoughts and that kind of thing. It's going to be very exciting. Really excited to kind of get on a more regular schedule again and um, keep talking about robots with you guys. It's fun.
That's true.
yeah. We like robots.
I would sure hope so. I would really hope so at this point.
Robots. It's what's for dinner.
If you're
So what's for
interested
dinner?
in this kind of stuff as well, we have a Discord server called Fantasy First, where we do similar drafts kind of all the time. Um, Also the off seasons and stuff. Or if you're interested in like traditional fantasy sports, we also do that there too. So lots of just fantasy drafting overall
Yes.
with first community members.
We do also have our own Discord, the How Many Wheels Discord.
That's true.
If you have not gone into it, I'm just quickly making an invite link, so you
Yeah,
can. I
I'll
got
send
it.
a link to the SLFF Discord then.
Sure. I'm too speedy. I got So How Many Wheels? I see that I'm frozen. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
will be back in not
You're good now.
here
all right.
soon.
So I posted the
But yeah,
SLFF
you can
Discord
check
link.
out our Discord as well for all the updates on any shows that we're doing. Definitely going to do more content where we're just kind of talking about some of the great teams around first and their strategies, what's working well for them, and analyzing events, especially as they start to get played, hopefully, which will be really exciting.
Yeah. I think that'll be another one. I'm hoping to do something like a watch along if we're able to for
Yeah, that's
some
definitely
events.
doable. I could totally see
That'd
that
be fun, yeah.
where we
Yeah,
do some
it'll be
sort of
tough if we're
specialized
actually at. It'll be tough if we're at an event, but otherwise, I could totally see us.
yeah.
Or you can tune in at like 3 a.m. for the turkey stream. Like that's
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
that would be fun too.
That I am down, 100% down for a late night turkey stream.
Yeah, that's another thing that we
Maybe.
might do is just some strategic commentary over events or just like hopping around
Hmm.
between the best matches, that kind of thing. So
We
that's
do like
something that I think
strategy.
that is hard to figure out is where all the good matches are happening. So um,
Don't
having
worry, we watch enough Evan in particular will watch enough matches that he will make sure we get all the good ones.
I will. What will I do? What I watch
Watch
all of the
matches,
matches?
a lot
I mean,
of them.
I'll watch a lot of them. That's for sure. Usually, I have one monitor with 9 events going on, and the other monitor with 9 events on it. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't absorb all that information at once, but I can watch the ones with the top
Do
teams or
you
whatever.
listen
Yeah.
to all 18 simultaneously?
no.
That's the
No.
real question.
Usually, the one I have unmuted is whichever Oregon or PNW one's going on. But yeah.
Fair enough. Cool.
Although
All
usually
right.
I'm at them now. So
With that being said, thanks
Thanks for
for
tuning in,
tuning in.
guys.
Have a happy Tuesday, or if you're watching the VOD, happy whatever day you are having. I hope it is
happy
good.
Thursday.
Happy
It's
Wednesday,
definitely
Tuesday,
Thursday.
Thursday,
If you're
Friday,
watching it
and
on Thursday, happy Thursday. If you're not, hope your Thursday
have a
sucks.
bad Thursday if this isn't your Thursday.
Your future Thursday, or maybe your past
Yeah.
Thursday sucked. It's like a
Hmm.
retroactive.
A
I hope the
retroactive.
7th Thursday from now is excellent.
Thank you for that prediction. I'm gonna take the heart.
Okay.
Mhm.
See you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.